Hello everyone and welcome to A Crow in Her Garden. It has been quite a while since I have posted a video sharing an update on my garden, and I'm just going to give a little quick tour on how all of my things are doing. So this is my my green stalk planter, which everything that I planted in it took a long time to start, but it finally started doing a little something. So here's sage. It's doing okay. And then I've got lemon basil, which is doing really great. Looks like something's been eating my sage. Not sure what though. The lemon basil is doing pretty good though. Here, it finally started growing, taking off. And then I'm amazed at this in my Chadwick cherry. All of this right here is from that one sucker that I put in that pot way down there. And it has grown and grown and grown. And it's loaded with tomatoes. And still growing. And I'm just letting it go. I'm just going to let it keep on. I'm picking some of the suckers off of it, but I'm really just letting it do its thing. This is just amazing. There's a few more tomatoes back there that I got to pick. We're getting some heavy rains in today, so any tomatoes that are even beginning to turn red, I'm going to go on ahead and pick them, because otherwise they will bust. I'm just going to do a quick pan over the rest of my garden here. That basil plant, I'll be cutting that down. I've got so much basil off of all of them. And then in that bed right there, I did plant some Manpukuji carrots, but they didn't really germinate all that well. I think I took the board off of them a little too soon. So I think there might be 20 carrots that sprouted, and there's time. My potatoes are doing great. I'm seeing some blooms on some of the plants. I'm hoping that I will get to harvest them. We still have another month at least before we get a freeze, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get some potatoes off, even if they're small. There's the okra. I've picked so much okra. And then there's my lettuce. I'm gonna move down so you guys can get a closer look. As you may have noticed, we got the trees, a couple trees in our yard taken out. This one is especially noticeable on the side, and I'm going to be building some more garden beds around this trellis here next week actually, so I'm excited about that. So here we go for a little walk. My thyme is doing great. I'll probably be picking some of that, cutting it back just a little bit. This will come back every single year. It's a perennial, as well as I have a lot of sage. I'll be cutting this back. This is Thai basil, which is doing fantastic actually. I think it likes the cooler weather better than it did when it was really hot. It would flower really quickly, but my potatoes, they're doing so good. There's some flowers back in there, you can see. And so once you start to see flowers on the plants, after the flowers start dying back, that's when you know that underneath the ground their potatoes are beginning to start forming and growing. So I'm hoping in a month's time there'll be some potatoes to pick. So much okra. I got quite a bit I gotta pick off here. They grow so fast. They grow from being that size right there to, if I didn't pick that, I might pick that today, or I might wait till tomorrow. We'll have to see. Because they'll go from being that to, in a matter of a day or two, be too big to eat because they get fibrous. I'm thrilled at how well the cosmic purple carrots germinated. I got a bunch here. I probably need to thin them out. as well as over here. These are all cosmic purple carrots. They're doing great. And I got cilantro back here is starting to get some leaves on it. There's a little bud back there. I'm excited about the cilantro, having fresh cilantro again. And this I'm just thrilled about. These are all my lettuces. So this first row right here in the front, this is Tom Thumb. And then this right here, which I really actually need to thin out, is Little Gem. The lettuce here in the center is crisp mint lettuce, which doesn't taste like mint. It's just a very pretty green color. And that's more Little Gem, which I need to thin. I need to thin it out because I much prefer heads of lettuce rather than baby greens. And if you want to get heads of lettuce, you got to kind of space them out, give them room. Otherwise, they'll just grow and they'll stay tiny. And then this is another row of Tom Thumb, which I don't know if all the seeds just got washed out or what, but not a whole lot of them germinated. And then here's a different perspective of the tomato plants. As you can see, I've pruned a lot of the leaves, the lower leaves off, but it just has gotten so big, so tall. I can't wait till next year to see how, because this right here is basically my plan for my tomatoes next year. I'm looking forward to seeing how they do. It's pretty amazing. Off of just one pot of dirt, which I do feed the Burpees organic vegetable fertilizer about every couple months. I put in a small handful and I move the mulch off the top of it, sprinkle on a small handful, and then water it in really good so that it feeds and keeps growing. It's done really well. I'll come up here and so these are the Manpukuji carrots. Not really a whole lot, just a handful. But I'm going to let them grow. Maybe they'll get really big since there's only a few of them and they're spaced out quite a bit. I'm hoping that they'll get pretty big. So even if I only get, 20 carrots, that's better than no carrots. I love the fall garden. It's much more low maintenance, a lot cooler outside. And look, down there are the green beans and marigolds. Yep, it's doing good. Thank you so much for watching.